Property tax. How often do you pay property tax? Is it just a one-time thing? It's ongoing. What's another ongoing expense that we talked about? Mortgage payment. Other than that, insurance. You need to insure your house, right? So right now, and your utility bills, right? Your hydro, your cable, perhaps. All those are ongoing expenses. I just want to ask you to go to 23 for a bit, just to review this. This is, in general, all the moving parts of property taxes. You got that piece, right? So it could be that I only give you a mill rate for the municipal and the provincial education tax, and there's no school division tax. Don't worry about it, right? Then this whole thing would just boil down to that. And so forth. And it could also be that I flat out just give you the dollar amount for municipal tax, and you just have to, I give you one more mill rate where you have to do that extra step of actually calculating what the taxes would be for education. Okay. Keep in mind that their local improvements involves the table. Local improvements often involves your table. You need to go get it, like how much does it cost, right? And the credits. If there are any credits, you subtract the credits, and then you have your total property taxes. So let's go and do another example. Do you remember portion assessment? What is that? Is that the entire value of your home? Or is it just part of your home? Just how much percentage wise? 45. It's always 45. Like, it doesn't matter where you live in Winnipeg, it's 45% of the value of home. That's what they use to tax you on. Why? I don't know. Don't ask them. That's just what they come up with. Okay? I'm guessing this is what it is. This is my guess. That they're only really taxing you on the piece of land you occupy. Right? So if you take the building away, perhaps the piece of property you live on is 45% of the value of your entire home. That's my guess, right? Because it's charging you for the services. But then again, how does condo, right? How would condos work, right? If everybody's paying 45%, it's on the same piece of land. I don't know. So we don't know. Anyways, we did an example yesterday. I walked you through education, municipal, and then we also figured out our improvements here for road oiling and lane lighting. And then we figured out the total property taxes here. Can I just tell you one thing? This chart here is an actual City of Winnipeg chart. These numbers are a little dated. Like, for example, I looked at wastewater sewers. It's a little bit higher than 998 right now. It's like 11 something. So it goes up every couple of years. Anybody gone down Main Street going north? They're doing a big a sewer repair there. Yeah, go ahead. There's that Burger King there and the IGA. Like, they're doing some major, they've been working there for weeks, right? So they're redoing the whole wastewater sewer system there. And that's going to cost everybody in that area a lot of money, okay? So if you're living in an older neighborhood, there are chances that you're going to have to pay more for improvements, okay? Let's do the next question here. The Lorenzo family owns a home in Selkirk. The property is assessed at land value of 121 and the home is assessed 245. That is a little bit extreme. This is like one of the most challenging examples. But you have this and the land separated. We're going to combine that in a bit. The residence is taxed 45%. There's a 45% of the assessed market value. The home has a 42-foot frontage. The municipal mill rate, there's the municipal mill rate of 12.766 mills. The education mill rate, I'm just going to highlight education and the mill rate. There's a local improvement tax for lane oiling. Okay? As well, the owners get a $700 tax credit. So lots going on here. Lots. So what is the total portioned assessment of the property, right? This is the taxable portion. We need to figure out what 45% of the whole thing is. So watch what I'm going to do here. I'm going to do 121 plus 245. I hope you can handle this. It's not that bad. But I'm going to combine the property it's sitting on and the actual building because that is the entire value of the home. And we're going to multiply that by 0.45. So let's quickly do that. 121 plus 245. So that's 366,000 is actually the whole value of the home. 366,000. This is the assessed value. And now we're going to figure out the portioned assessment. So as soon as you multiply something by 0.45, it's 164,700. This is going to be very important to us. This is the portioned assessment. Think of it this way, it's a portion, right, of the entire value, portion assessment. So there should be like a lot of arrows and lightning bolts and whatever going to it, right? So we never use the entire value for any calculations thereafter. As soon as you have this, I hope I'm clear enough with that, right? This is what we're using moving forward. Calculate the annual education tax. So we're going to do the education tax here. So for ed, we're going to go get a mill rate. Education is this one here. 18,395 divided by 1,000. You need to divide it by 1,000. That's what a mill rate is. It's dollars per $1,000 of property times 164,700. Let's just write it out right now and let's not worry about calculating it just yet. I will come back to that. Calculate the municipal tax, right? It's municipal. So municipal will go the mill rate first, even though it doesn't really matter. Municipal is 12.766 over 1,000. That's the mill rate times 164,700. And I will do the improvement as well. We'll do improvement. I should have left space for the improvement. Improvement. Any improvements, we're going to take care of that. In this case, it's just lane oiling. So lane oiling, we're going to take our 42, that's our frontage, and we're going to multiply that by our rate. So I'm going to actually ask you to find that yourself right now. Go find lane oiling, just so you get to go through the motions, right? Where is that? There's road oiling, and then there is lane oiling. So you got to be very careful. Lane oiling, if I look at it correctly, it's $9. You see that? $9? Okay, so we're going to multiply that by $9 a foot. It's basically $9 per foot of frontage. So 9 times 42, that's $378. That's going to be additional on your bill. Okay. Let's figure out these other ones. Can I ask you to do that? You calculate this, you calculate that, because I can tell you, I'm getting some property taxes sometimes that would give me a heart attack. Like $125,000, Mr. Dirksen. I'm like, maybe in Hollywood, maybe, but not here. But wouldn't be surprised that in Hollywood they pay less. Oh, because you're a star, you pay less. It's actually tax free. Let everybody else pay for it. So you figure that out real quick. Right. So you're supposed to get 3,029.66 for education. Then I'm going to go 12.766 divided by 1,000 times 164,700, 2102.56. I hope you got that. So I'm going to circle those kind of, it's a bit too close. Do not, I repeat, do not add this number to your property taxes, right? So I have that too, right? I've seen it all. So it's just the education, the municipal, the improvements. Maybe there's another education. Maybe there's another education tax. Perhaps you figure that out. But here's the total. Grand total, 3229.66 plus 2102.56 plus 378 plus 700. And that's when you say, Mr. Dirksen, it's a credit. So yeah, you're right. Did that on purpose, trust me. Minus, and I put credit. And then you just proceed and add it all up. Plus 2102.56 plus 378 minus 700. That's 4,810 and 22. Did you ask? You should ask your parents, guardians, how much you repay property taxes. It could be less. You could be paying 2,800, right? It depends on the value of your home, the area you live in, right? The mill rate that is decided by that municipality. Did you know they have a map? I'm going to pause this here. So watch this. This is Sisler. What's the assessed value for Sisler? See that? 9,156,000. Okay, but watch what it says there. Status exempt. So a school doesn't pay property taxes. That's kind of, it's institutional. Here's the land area. How many acres? The frontage. See that frontage? 798. Right? Water frontage, sewer frontage is about the same. And watch this. Now you can go spy on your neighbors. Go property map. And so that's Sisler. And look at these houses here that you see when you go down Redwood towards McPhillips, the houses that are right next to Sisler. You could actually look at what they're valued. And so you click on that one if you want. And so it tells you the assessed value for 2022. For 2023, it's already a little bit more. See that? They're expecting it to be more. You can see what the square footage is of the house. What type, if there's a basement, if the basement is finished. Year built. I hope it's not one of you. It's like, hey, I live there. I just randomly. Air conditioning, fireplace, attached garage, detached garage, yes. Pool, no. So technically, you're supposed to tell the city if you upgrade your basement. If you finish your basement, let's say you buy brand new, it's not finished yet, and you finish it, you're supposed to tell them. They will change that assessed value based on the information they have. A lot of people don't. If an inspector ever comes to you, you have the right to deny them access to your home. Like sometimes your neighbors might call it in, and then they will come. They will send a person. You can deny them access to your home. You can say, no, I don't want you to come into my home. And then they're probably going to have suspicions, but I mean, I don't know if they changed that, but I know it has happened to a couple people I know, and they just said, no, you can't come in. I will declare that myself, right? Yeah, go ahead. And so that's kind of cool. This is a real life situation there. Everybody has a roll number, but I don't think I can do anything. I can send a message to that roll number. Apparently, no, I'm just kidding. It's not gonna work. But there you go. That's that. Okay, for next time, what I want you to do is I want you to go to page 25 with me. And I want you to try that practice question. This one right here. Okay. Before you go today to be prepared for tomorrow, so you know you have this covered, I want you to try this one. But keep in mind that quite often I give you the portioned assessment. In this case, I don't, right? I give you the value of the home, and then it says, hey, the portioned assessment is 45% of that. So I want you to figure that out, and I will give you the answers in a little bit, okay? So just get started. It shouldn't take you long. Like if you do it in 5 minutes, I'm just going to give you the final answer. This one here. 1,148.75. That's what you're supposed to get when you're all said and done for C, okay? And I will also give you the one above it. So I'm going to try to keep it. The one above it is 1705.58.